day 2. Today is the C day. We're going to Cozumel. On this day of the cruise, we just had the 8 o'clock in the morning meeting, so that way we can have the students all get checked in, make sure everybody's doing okay, nobody got sick overnight, etc. And then we have breakfast. And right now they're working on a scavenger hunt in their pathway teams, so that way they kind of have something to do together, something fun and exciting. The Captain Gray was the one that put it together, so that was kind of cool. So they do get a prize at the end of it, and so we're all gonna the teachers now are gonna go sit in certain spots and kind of help them out. And it's be fun watching them getting all the things from the scavenger hunt done. So day 2, it was fun. It was great seeing them this morning. Of course, they're tired. Some of them didn't go to sleep early, so that always is good to know that they are having a good time. So for today, we have, of course, the scavenger hunt. And then we're gonna have lunch. Afterwards, we have an assignment. So on this day, day 2. We have, where's my notes? We are going to do, for cosmetology, we're going to do photography. So in our industry, a lot of the times we have photo shoots for magazines. And there's a magazine over here. Let me look really quick. All right, and it can be any kind of magazine. So these are the ones that are in the ones that are here in the cabin. But, oh wait, this one's an art one. But for example, this one here, okay, so this one is obviously one that's for here the cruise, and it's going to give you all the information to where to shop and things of the sort. But a lot of these are photos. I'm trying to find one in particular that I found yesterday, the other day, but a lot of them are photos of things like excursions or things that you can do on the ship or whatnot, and they're part of cosmetology, and the way that it all ties in is that somebody had to do, let's just say this is something they sell on the ship, let's just say, okay, somebody had to do hair and makeup for this model so that they can take the picture of it and do the advertisement piece for the magazine that is sold or placed on the ship, so that the guests can see them and then they can purchase the item. Of course, there's always the photo, the cover shoot. Like here we have Queen Latifah on this particular one. There's always going to be, for example, this one here is a little article about fashion. A lot of students, you let them know that we're going to be taking pictures. So they'll, what we're going to do today is we're going to get them dressed in their whatever cute outfit that they brought today. And I'm going to take the camera equipment. So I've got 3 cameras with me. My new Mark 50 and then 2 other Rebels that I have. And they have about the same lens, and I'm going to teach them how to pose, how to work with angles, and how to work with lighting, and just to get creative with it. Usually people take pictures, they stand up and take a picture, but the pictures come out sometimes the best whenever you're at a certain angle, of course facing the wind, that you don't have your hair blowing in your face, or that the sun isn't casting certain shadows and dark shadows under your eyes if you have big eyelashes, things of the sort. I did bring a couple tripods that we're going to be working with as well, and some of the clickers, so that way they can just do selfies with the big cameras, or they'll be working in teams of 2. Okay, and then we'll have some. But this one in particular is what I was looking for. This is Queen Latifah, and of course she's on the cover, but the background is the ship. And so somebody had to do her hair and makeup to take that photo for this particular article. And so that's what we're going to do. And then here as well, there's pictures of her. Some are posed and some are not. But there's pictures of her at different things and events on the actual ship. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show the students how to work with those particular things, the lighting, the angles, and the poses, and then have them first teach it to them, and then have them take pictures of each other using those techniques. And of course, these pictures are going to be for them to keep. I'm not going to keep them myself. I'm not going to post them. It's just for them to have fun, but also for them to build their portfolio with. So when we get back to school, back to shore, when we get back on land, they're going to be able to take these pictures, put them in their portfolio, and then they have something to add to their resume portfolio. So then that way they can see all of the different And I was going to bring some jewelry because I know they sell a lot of jewelry here on the ship. We're going to do something like this, what was my original plan, but I forgot it. I did not bring the jewelry, so we're going to skip out on that one. So that's what we're doing today for today's lesson, and then we have a show, and we have dinner, and all this other stuff. So another thing that I also wanted to say is make sure that you make it fun. Make sure that it doesn't have to be a cruise trip. Okay, I know a lot of schools don't do that, but it can be any trip. You can go to a hair show in Austin. Austin is such a great place for photography because there's so many different textures on walls and different sceneries that you could use to captivate hair, makeup, a design that the student has created. And you don't have to, it doesn't have to be like full-blown, all done hair, makeup, and everything. You could just be a casual shoot. And photography is a huge part of our industry because anytime that you have any kind of style coming out, New York Fashion Week, Milan Fashion, all of those fashion weeks, when they have their runways, there's photographers that take pictures of those fashions and then in those designs, and then those pictures get posted on social media and on print, and then those pictures are spread worldwide, and then that, everybody, oh, I saw this on the runway and I'm gonna start wearing it, or designers see it and they get inspiration, they start making different clothing pieces and jewelry and handbags, and then they sell it and then consumers buy it, and so it's kind of how it goes. So photography is an utmost important piece in our industry. Whenever a client goes on Pinterest and looks at pictures for a new hair color, a new makeup look, or a new nail design, typically what catches the eye of a consumer or a client is going to be something that obviously, of course, is edited and has a filter, so we know that whole struggle of trying to let the client know that it is an edited photo, but they typically are attracted to the photos that look nice. The girl that's got the hat and she's hiding her face, but it looks nice. She's got nice nails. There's fur on the back of the nails, as the background. There's, she's sitting on the beach and her hair is waving, and you can see the balayage, ombre, or whatnot. And so those are the different kinds of pictures that typically get liked by consumers. Typically, a client doesn't come into your salon or to your chair and says, "Here, I want this," and the girl's sitting, the lighting is horrible, and there's a mess in the room in the back of the room. Typically, that's not what the client looks at for inspiration, or maybe looks at but doesn't pick. So the purpose of today's lesson is to teach them that. So that way when they get back and they do hair and makeup and nails and whatnot, they know how to take a model, how to do a hair, makeup, or nail design, or anything of the sort. It could be fashion, it could really be anything. It could be a product that they're trying to sell if they become an entrepreneur of sorts. And then they take that picture, they edit it, they add whatever wording or filters or fonts or whatnot, and then they post it. Make it an attractive piece so that the client or consumer, when they're looking at it, it entices them, it makes them want whatever it is that they're looking at. And so that is what today's lesson is. So anyway, all right, well, that is day 2 of our Carnival cruise on the Valor ship, and it's been going really fun, very fun, and I'm excited to see what the girls come up with. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.